The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Edmund Burke. Have you ever felt like you were fighting battles that no one else could see? Like something or someone was trying to steal your joy, your purpose, your light? You're not crazy, you're not weak. You are in a secret battle that most people don't even know is happening. A battle between God's chosen ones and the rise of narcissists all over the world. Today we're going to open your eyes to the truth. This is a war for souls. Not just yours, but for the people around you, for future generations, for the destiny that God placed inside you. Narcissists are not just difficult people. They are tools used by darkness to wear down the chosen, to steal your hope, to make you forget who you are. But guess what? You're stronger than you think. You were chosen because you carry a light that no amount of darkness can defeat. Stick with me till the end of this video, because I'm going to show you not only how to recognize the secret attacks happening around you, but how to rise above them with power, peace, and purpose. And hey, we're building a powerful community here. If you believe in truth, love, strength, and standing for what's right, you belong with us. Drop a heart in the comments to show your love, and don't forget to subscribe so you never stand alone again. This battle is real, but you are not fighting it by yourself. Now let's dive into the secret war God's chosen ones are fighting right now. There is a war happening all around us right now. It's not the kind you see on the news, with tanks, guns, or soldiers. This war is hidden from the eyes of most people. You can't touch it or hear it with your ears, but deep inside, you can feel it, especially if you are one of the chosen ones. Someone picked by God for a greater purpose. This war is not about land or money. It is a battle for something much more valuable, the souls of people. Every day, there are forces of darkness and light fighting over who will control the hearts and minds of humanity. Darkness tries to bring confusion, fear, and lies, while the light brings truth, love, and hope. The strange thing is, many people walk through life without even noticing this battle. They think their struggles are just bad luck or personal problems, but those who are sensitive to the spirit, the chosen ones, feel the pressure, the attacks, and the weight of this invisible fight. Right when you think everything is calm, that's when the war moves the strongest. You may suddenly feel heavy, discouraged, or overwhelmed for no clear reason. You may notice certain people being used to bring negativity into your life. This is not random. It is the unseen war reaching for you, trying to pull you away from your purpose. The hook is this. If you have ever wondered why you face battles that seem bigger than you, it's because you are bigger than the battle. Your soul carries light that threatens the kingdom of darkness. That's why the attacks come. That's why the enemy tries so hard to break you. But remember, the light inside a chosen one is not weak. It is built to endure. Even though the war is invisible, the victories are very real. Every time you choose truth over lies, love over hate, and hope over fear, you are winning battles that echo into eternity. You are not fighting just for yourself. You are standing for generations. This unseen war may be hidden from the world, but it is never hidden from God, and those who stand in the light will always overcome. Chosen ones are not just random people. They are souls handpicked by God for a special mission on earth. From the outside, they may look like everyone else. They go to school, have jobs, face problems, and live their lives. But deep inside, there is something different about them. There is a calling written into their hearts, a purpose that refuses to let them live an ordinary life. They are the ones who feel things more deeply. They sense the pain of others. They notice when something is wrong, even when no one else seems to see it. They carry a light that cannot be explained by talent or looks. It's something spiritual, something powerful, something eternal. As life goes on, the world tries to dim that light. Hardships, betrayals, losses, they are thrown at the chosen ones again and again. It's not because they are unlucky or weak. It's because their very existence threatens the kingdom of darkness. Darkness fears the light they carry. That's why chosen ones are often targeted, attacked, isolated, and misunderstood. The enemy knows if they ever fully realize who they are, they will change everything around them. Here's where it gets really powerful. Many chosen ones don't even know they are chosen at first. They just know they feel different. They don't fit in with the crowd. They often feel lonely, even when surrounded by people. They are misunderstood, not because they are broken, but because their spirit is set apart for something greater. Chosen ones are meant to lead, heal, and awaken others. They are warriors in a hidden battle, fighting not with fists, but with faith, love, and truth. They stand in places of darkness and shine. They speak truth when lies are popular. They hold on to hope when others give up. You might not see a crown on their heads, but heaven recognizes them. Their journey is not easy, but it is powerful. And when the time comes, the world will see what heaven already knows. The chosen ones were never alone, and their light was always part of a much bigger plan. Narcissists are not just difficult people who cause drama. Their damage goes much deeper than hurt feelings or broken friendships. Spiritually, narcissists are agents of chaos. They are used by darkness to attack the light inside people, especially the chosen ones. Their goal isn't just to upset you, it's to drain your energy, weaken your spirit, and make you question your worth and purpose. On the surface, narcissists often appear charming, confident, and even kind, but once they get close, their true nature shows. They lie, manipulate, and twist the truth. They plant seeds of doubt. They make you feel small when you were born to be great. This isn't just about bad behavior, it's a strategy. Darkness uses narcissists like weapons to steal hope, break dreams, and silence the voices that were meant to bring change to the world. Here's the real hook. Narcissists can sense light even if they don't understand it. They are drawn to people who have something special inside: kindness, empathy, joy, strength, and they attack it. It's almost like a radar they have. They look for chosen ones because they know that if they can destroy their spirit early, they can stop them from rising into their true calling. The battle with a narcissist is not just emotional, it's spiritual. When a chosen one is caught in a relationship, a friendship, or even a family situation with a narcissist, it's not only their heart that gets hurt, it's their destiny that is under attack. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of confusion is part of a bigger plan to weaken the warrior before the real battle even begins. But even though narcissists have their strategies, they are not stronger than the light inside a chosen one. When you recognize the attack, you can guard your soul, protect your peace, and rebuild your strength. Their secret agenda might be to destroy you, but God's plan is to use even their attacks to make you wiser, stronger, and more powerful than ever before. Darkness can try to send agents of chaos, but in the end, the light always wins. Chosen ones do not face ordinary lives because they are not ordinary people. They carry something inside them that the world desperately needs: light, purpose, and truth. But carrying light in a dark world is dangerous. It makes you a target. The forces of darkness recognize your value even before you do. They know that if you ever step fully into your calling, you will change lives, break chains, and lead others out of darkness. That is why the attacks against you are so intense and so personal. From the moment a chosen one is born, there is a target placed on their back. Trouble comes early, in families, friendships, school, and life. Many chosen ones grow up feeling misunderstood, rejected, and isolated. It is not because they are doing something wrong. It's because they carry something right. Something powerful enough to shake the foundations of evil. Here's where it gets real. The darkness fears what you might become. Every setback, every betrayal, every heartbreak is a move to stop you from realizing the truth about who you are. It tries to break your spirit before you even get the chance to rise. It whispers lies like, "You're not good enough, you'll never make it, you're too broken." These are not just random thoughts, they are attacks designed to weaken you before you can unleash the purpose inside you. But there is something darkness always forgets. Chosen ones are built differently. Pain does not destroy them, it shapes them. Rejection does not end their story, it pushes them closer to their destiny. Every scar, every tear, every lonely night adds strength to their spirit. What was meant to crush them only refines them into warriors of light. The reason you are targeted so heavily is because you are a threat to everything evil stands for. Your very existence is a problem for darkness. You carry healing where there is hurt, truth where there are lies, hope where there is despair. That is why the war against you is fierce. But the good news is even fiercer. The light inside you is not just meant to survive, it's meant to conquer. You were chosen for a reason, and no amount of darkness can stop a soul that carries God's fire within. Sometimes life feels harder than it should be. You try your best, but you still face rejection, betrayal, and unfair attacks. You give love, but you are met with hate. You speak truth, but you are misunderstood. You stand for what's right, but somehow you end up standing alone. If you have experienced these things over and over, you might already be fighting in a silent war without even realizing it. Being a chosen one means you are part of a hidden battle. It's not a battle you see with your eyes, but you feel it in your heart and soul. It's a battle for light, for truth, and for souls. And because you carry a light inside you, darkness notices you, even when you're not trying to be noticed. One of the first signs that you're in the battle is constant misunderstanding. No matter how pure your intentions are, people twist your words. They assume the worst about you. They judge you without knowing your heart. This isn't just bad luck. It's a spiritual attack meant to isolate you, to make you doubt yourself, and to silence your voice. Another clear sign is strange rejection. You can be the kindest, most loyal person, and yet you are pushed away by those you try to help. You're left out, forgotten, or even betrayed by people you trusted. It hurts deeply. But here's where the hook comes. Rejection is often protection. Sometimes God allows people to leave because they are not meant to go with you to the places He is preparing you for. You might also notice constant emotional exhaustion. You're not just tired from work or school. You feel drained in your soul. Being around certain people feels heavy. Your energy is stolen without a clear reason. That's because you are surrounded by spiritual battles that are trying to wear you down so you'll give up. Struggles with fear, doubt, and deep sadness are also signs. Out of nowhere, negative thoughts attack your mind. You doubt your worth, your future, and even your faith. These are fiery darts thrown by the enemy to make you question who you are and what you were born to do. But here's the powerful truth. The reason you face these attacks is because you are dangerous to darkness. If you weren't carrying something precious, the enemy wouldn't bother with you. Your heart, your purpose, your very life. They are treasures. That's why darkness fights so hard to steal your hope. Recognizing that you are in the battle is the first step to winning it. You are not crazy. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are a soldier in a war that most people can't even see. And though the battle is fierce, the victory is already written because the light inside you is not yours alone. It's a flame given by God Himself, and no darkness in this world can ever put it out. Not all battles are fought with fists. Some of the worst battles are fought in the heart and mind. One of the biggest weapons used by darkness is the narcissist, a person who doesn't just hurt others by accident, but drains them on purpose. These people are like energy vampires. They don't just want your time or attention. They want your light, your identity, and even your destiny. Narcissists work in sneaky ways. They use manipulation to make you question yourself. At first, they might act kind and supportive. They will praise you, making you feel special. But slowly, they change. They start making you feel guilty for things that aren't your fault. They twist your words. They make you doubt your decisions. They act like they know better than you. Before you even realize it, your confidence is gone and your spirit feels crushed. Here's where the hook comes in. Narcissists are experts at hiding their true face. To the world, they may look charming, wise, or even like a good person, but behind closed doors, they are draining your soul bit by bit. They confuse you so much that you don't even recognize yourself anymore. It's like they are stealing your identity one piece at a time. Deception is another powerful tactic. Narcissists will lie without blinking. They create fake stories to make themselves look good and to make you look bad. They play the victim even when they are the one causing pain. They make you feel responsible for their happiness, their anger, their sadness, everything. This constant pressure wears you down and leaves you feeling empty. Another dangerous weapon they use is guilt. They know that chosen ones have soft hearts, full of compassion. Narcissists twist that kindness into a weakness. They blame you for their problems. They make you feel bad for setting boundaries. They act hurt when you try to stand up for yourself. This is not love, this is control. But even though narcissists seem powerful, they are truly weak. They feed off others because they have no real light of their own. They steal energy because they cannot create it themselves. And the biggest truth is, once you recognize what they are doing, they lose their power. You are not weak for feeling tired or confused after dealing with a narcissist. You are not broken because you cared. It shows that your heart is full of real light, and that light is the very thing they were trying to steal. But your light is not so easily taken. It comes from a higher place. It's connected to your true destiny. And no amount of lies, guilt, or manipulation can destroy what God has placed inside you. Your energy, your identity, and your destiny are sacred. Protect them. Guard your soul. Because in the end, no vampire, no narcissist, no agent of darkness can win against a heart that refuses to give up its light. When most people think of war, they imagine soldiers, guns, and loud battles. But there's another kind of war happening every single day, pretty quiet, invisible war. It's not fought with weapons. It's fought inside your heart and mind. This war is called emotional warfare. It's not just psychological, it's deeply spiritual. And if you are a chosen one, you have probably been fighting it without even knowing. Emotional warfare is when someone attacks your feelings, your thoughts, and your spirit in order to control you. Narcissists are masters at this kind of battle. They don't just hurt your feelings by accident. They plan it. They want you to feel small. They want you to feel confused. They want you to feel weak. And little by little, they chip away at your hope and joy until you start doubting yourself. Here's where the hook comes in. Emotional warfare isn't random, it's targeted. When the enemy sees a bright soul, someone full of light, truth, and purpose, he sends attackers who know how to hurt without leaving visible scars. That's why even though everything looks fine on the outside, inside you feel tired, broken, and lost. This is not just life being hard. This is a spiritual attack designed to steal your strength. One of the biggest tricks in emotional warfare is confusion. Narcissists and dark forces use lies, mixed messages, and fake emotions to make you question what's real. One moment they act like they love you. The next, they tear you down with words or silence. This keeps you trapped, always trying to win their approval or fix things that were never your fault in the first place. Another trick is fear. They create fear of being alone, fear of being unloved, fear of losing everything. This fear chains you to unhealthy people and places. You start making choices out of fear instead of faith. That's exactly what the enemy wants, for you to forget your power and your purpose. Guilt is also a powerful weapon. They make you feel like everything is your fault. If they are angry, it's because of you. If they are sad, it's your problem to fix. They twist the truth until you carry burdens that were never yours to carry. This heavy weight weakens your spirit over time. But even in the middle of this emotional war, there is hope. Recognizing the battle is the first step to winning it. You are not crazy for feeling drained. You are not weak for caring. You are a soldier on the front lines of a spiritual war for souls. And your heart, your beautiful, strong heart, is the battlefield. The good news is your heart was made for victory. You were given strength from above. You were given light that cannot be stolen. No matter how fierce the emotional attacks, the spirit inside you is stronger. And when you stand in truth, no weapon formed against you can succeed. Isolation is one of the earliest signs that you are in a battle you can't see. It's not just loneliness. It's not a random feeling of being left out. When narcissists and dark forces begin their attack, they don't start with open fights or visible battles. They start with something much more subtle and dangerous. They isolate you. At first, it may feel like you're just going through a tough patch. Friends start drifting away. Family members seem distant. You try reaching out, but no one seems to understand you anymore. The world feels cold and empty, and you feel like you're walking through life alone. It's painful, but it's also part of the enemy's plan. Here's where the hook comes in. Isolation is never random. It's a strategy. The enemy knows that if he can get you to feel alone, he can weaken your spirit. The more isolated you feel, the more vulnerable you become. And when you're isolated, you start doubting yourself. You start thinking there's something wrong with you. You begin to question your worth. This is the beginning of the emotional war, a tactic designed to break you down, slowly, one thought at a time. Isolation works because humans were not meant to be alone. We are created for connection, for love, and for community. When those around you start pulling away, the enemy gets a foothold. He whispers lies into your mind. You're not good enough. No one really cares about you. You're better off without anyone. These lies sink deep into your heart, and you start believing them. But here's the truth. The enemy wants to break you before he can fully defeat you. By isolating you, he makes you weaker. He tries to convince you that you're on your own, that no one will help you, that you can't survive without others. This is where he works hardest, in the silence, in the loneliness. However, isolation is not the end, it's actually a turning point. If you feel alone right now, it's a sign that something much bigger is happening. You are being called to stand strong in your purpose. God doesn't isolate you to hurt you. He often uses isolation to strengthen you. Just like a soldier needs time to train alone before a big battle, your time of isolation is a period of growth. When you are isolated, you are also being prepared for what's coming. It's in the quiet moments when you find your true strength, not from the people around you, but from the spirit within you. The enemy thought isolation would break you, but instead it will make you stronger, more resilient, and more connected to the purpose God has placed inside you. Isolation is just the first strike, but it won't be the last. And the longer you stand in your truth, the more powerful you'll become. You are never truly alone, even in your loneliest moments. God is with you, guiding you, and preparing you for what's ahead. Narcissists don't operate in the same way most people do. They are not just focused on the visible world around them. They are spiritual predators, and they have a radar, a kind of sixth sense that helps them detect something most people don't even know they possess. This radar isn't something you can see, but it's as real as any other sense. It's the ability to sense your light, your aura, and your gifts, even before you realize your own power. You might be thinking, how could someone sense my light if I don't even see it myself? Here's the thing. When you carry light, when you are chosen for a greater purpose, there's an energy around you that others can feel, even if they don't understand it. It's not just about being kind or having a big heart. It's about the deeper spiritual gifts within you. This light connects you to something much bigger than yourself, and it's not something that can be hidden, even if you try. Here's where the hook comes in. Narcissists don't care about who you are or how kind you've been. They don't care about your personality or even your outward actions. They are drawn to one thing, your energy. They can feel it from a distance. It's like they have an emotional radar that picks up on the spiritual frequency you give off. And once they sense that light, they will do everything in their power to steal it. This spiritual radar is powerful. The moment they notice your gifts or the purity of your heart, they see something they lack or a deep, unshakable strength. a connection to something greater, a sense of purpose that guides your every move. Narcissists can feel the difference, and to them, this light is both a blessing and a threat. A blessing because they want to tap into it, a threat because it reveals their own emptiness and weakness. So, how do they try to steal it? Narcissists will manipulate and control. They might start with flattery, making you feel special, making you feel like they see something in you that others don't. They'll tell you how amazing you are, how lucky they are to be around someone like you. But slowly, their true intentions show. They drain your energy by demanding more and more of your attention, your love, and your focus while giving nothing back. They twist your kindness and make you question your worth. They isolate you and trap you in guilt so you lose touch with the very light that attracted them in the first place. But here's the important truth. Your light is yours. No one can take it unless you let them. Narcissists may be able to sense your energy, but they cannot control it unless you allow it. The more you grow in your understanding of your gifts, the more you guard your energy, the harder it will be for them to influence you. You are not a source for them to feed on. You are a shining light meant to illuminate the world. When you begin to recognize your own power, you will see how the narcissist's radar weakens. And that's when their hold over you starts to fade. You might have felt it before, that deep inner strength that's always there, even when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. It's not something you've built yourself, but something that has been placed inside you from the very start. And this strength is your hidden power, the one that makes you stand out and makes you a target in this spiritual war. When you're chosen for something bigger than yourself, the battle you face isn't random. Every attack, every struggle, every challenge you experience is a sign that you are dangerous, not to people, but to darkness itself. You were built to withstand this battle, even if you don't always understand how. It's not your physical strength that matters most, it's your spiritual resilience, and it's what makes you a force to be reckoned with. Here's the hook. Every time you face an attack or feel drained, it's proof that you're a threat to the very forces that want to keep this world in darkness. The enemy wouldn't bother targeting you if you weren't dangerous. He attacks the brightest lights because they are the ones that threaten to expose the darkness around them. And the more powerful your light, the harder the enemy tries to weaken you. But here's the truth. The more he attacks, the more he proves that your power is real and significant. You were designed to overcome these challenges. Think of it like this. When you go through fire, the metal gets stronger. The trials and struggles you face aren't meant to break you. They are meant to shape you into the warrior you were always meant to be. It's in the moments of hardship that your hidden power shines brightest. The more the enemy throws at you, the more you reveal the strength and purpose inside you. This hidden power isn't just about surviving the battle. It's about recognizing that you are part of something much bigger. You are not alone in this fight. The same power that created the universe, the same power that sustains the stars, is inside you. You were chosen because you can withstand the pressure and because you have a purpose that is greater than anything darkness can throw your way. So, when you feel overwhelmed, remember, every attack is a confirmation of your power. Every moment of struggle is evidence that you are dangerous to the forces that want to keep the world in chains. The very fact that you're under attack means you're on the right path. Your power is real, and no matter how tough the battle gets, you were built to win. Words hold power. They can lift us up, inspire us, and encourage us to keep moving forward, but they can also break us down. When in the wrong hands, words become weapons, sharp, deadly, and capable of causing deep, lasting wounds. Narcissists know this well. They use words not just to communicate, but to control, manipulate, and break you down. They don't just speak, they launch attacks on your very spirit. Narcissists have mastered the art of weaponizing words. They don't just tell you what they think, they carefully choose their words to plant seeds of doubt, fear, and insecurity in your mind. They know that if they can control your thoughts, they can control your actions. It's not about what they say to your face, but what they make you believe about yourself long after the conversation is over. Here's the hook. The words a narcissist uses are not accidental. They know exactly what they're doing. At first, they might seem like innocent remarks, maybe even compliments, but as time goes on, those compliments turn into criticisms, subtle digs, or backhanded compliments. "You're not as good as you think," they might say, or "No one else will ever love you like I do." They plant these words in your mind, and before you know it, you start doubting yourself. These are not just words. They are weapons designed to break you down, to twist your sense of reality, and to make you question your worth. Fear creeps in, doubt follows, insecurity takes root. You begin to wonder if the things they've said about you are true. You might even start believing that you're not enough, that you can never be good enough, or that you are unworthy of love and respect. Narcissists are experts in using words to weaken your spirit. They speak in such a way that you're left feeling confused, self-conscious, and emotionally drained. Over time, they turn your confidence into rubble, using words as tools to destroy your sense of self. This is how they gain power, not through force, but through the slow, insidious erosion of your inner strength. But here's the powerful truth. Words can also be used to rebuild. Just as narcissists use words to tear you down, you can use words to rebuild yourself. When you catch yourself believing their lies, remind yourself of who you are. Your worth isn't defined by their words. You are stronger than their attempts to control you. Every negative word they throw your way is a sign that you are doing something right. You are standing in the light, and they want to put it out. When you realize that words have power, you take that power back. The moment you stop accepting their words as truth, their weapon loses its effect. You have the ability to reshape your reality. Your light cannot be dimmed by their words unless you let it. You are stronger than the lies they speak, and the more you fill your heart and mind with truth, the truth of who you really are, the less power their words will have over you. There's a shift happening in the world, one that's growing stronger by the day. Everywhere we look, we see people more focused on themselves than ever before, on their image, their status, their desire for attention and power. It's like a virus spreading across the globe, and it's not an accident. This rise of narcissism isn't just a trend, it's a strategic move, a dark epidemic with one goal: to attack the soul. Narcissism is more than just a personality trait. It's a mindset, a way of living that centers around self-importance, entitlement, and a complete lack of empathy for others. While it's always been around, the rise of narcissism today is something different. It's spreading in every corner of the world, from social media to politics to everyday interactions. People are more concerned with projecting a perfect image of themselves than ever before, constantly seeking validation and praise. But why now? Why is narcissism growing so rapidly in today's world? The rise of narcissism is no accident. It's part of a larger, darker plan. The more people focus on themselves, the less they are aware of the world around them, especially the spiritual forces at play. Narcissism serves as a distraction. It pulls people away from their true purpose, their deeper connections with others, and, most importantly, their connection to the divine. When a person is trapped in their own ego, they are less likely to see the bigger picture, less likely to understand their own role in the greater plan. This is where the hook comes in. The explosion of narcissism is not just about individual behavior, it's part of a larger spiritual war. The enemy wants people distracted, self-absorbed, and blind to their own spiritual potential. Narcissism creates a false sense of self, a facade that blocks people from their true calling. The more people focus on feeding their ego, the less they focus on their soul. And in this chaos, the enemy's agenda is silently being fulfilled. Narcissists thrive in an environment where people only care about themselves because it keeps everyone disconnected from their true purpose. The rise of narcissism is like an infection spreading in the mind, slowly eroding the values that once held society together. It divides families, isolates people, and creates a culture of competition and comparison rather than unity and compassion. But the real danger isn't just how it affects relationships, it's how it affects the soul. Narcissism pulls people further away from their higher calling, and this makes them more vulnerable to the attacks of darkness. In any battle, Whether physical or spiritual, one of the most important things you need is armor. Without armor, you're defenseless against attacks, and the enemy can strike you down easily. But here's the good news. As a chosen one, you're not defenseless. You've been given spiritual armor, a powerful set of tools that will protect you and help you stand strong against any force that tries to weaken you. This armor isn't made of metal or shields, but of spiritual tools that are just as strong, if not stronger. Faith is the first piece of your armor. Faith is what keeps you grounded, no matter what storm you're facing. When the enemy tries to shake your confidence or make you doubt your purpose, faith is the anchor that keeps you from drifting. It's your belief in something greater than yourself, in the divine plan that's unfolding, and in the strength that you carry deep inside you. Your faith tells you that even when things seem impossible, you can trust that you're protected and guided. With faith, no matter how many challenges you face, you know that the light will always shine through the darkness. Next, there's discernment. This is the ability to see things clearly, especially when the truth is hidden. Discernment allows you to see beyond the surface, to recognize when someone or something is trying to deceive you. In the spiritual battle you're in, the enemy uses lies, tricks, and manipulations to confuse and mislead. But with discernment, you can tell when something is off, when someone is not who they seem to be, and when you're being led astray. Discernment keeps you sharp and alert, so you can avoid the traps set by narcissists and other forces of darkness. In the battle between light and darkness, it's easy to think that to fight back, you need to match the enemy's strength, tactics, or methods. Narcissists often use manipulation, deceit, and emotional attacks to control and harm others, and it's natural to feel the urge to fight back with the same force. But here's the truth. The real victory is not in becoming like them. The real victory is fighting in a way that doesn't compromise your integrity or your light. Fighting back without becoming like them requires a different kind of strength. It's not about anger, revenge, or hate. It's about standing firm in your truth, maintaining your purity, and choosing peace even when everything inside you is telling you to lash out. The temptation is strong. You might feel hurt, betrayed, or frustrated by the narcissist's actions. But fighting back in those negative ways only gives them more power over you. Here's the key: respond, don't react. Narcissists want you to react emotionally, to get angry, hurt, or upset. They feed off your reactions because it gives them control. When you react from a place of hurt, it's easier for them to manipulate you and continue the cycle. But when you respond calmly with self-control, you take the power away from them. You refuse to let them dictate your emotions. The battle we're facing isn't just about you, your struggles, or your personal journey. It's bigger than that. It's a war that stretches across time and space, a war for souls. Every decision you make, every stand you take, echoes far beyond your own life. You're not just fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your family, your community, and even generations to come. When you stand firm in your beliefs, when you refuse to let darkness win, it's not just about defeating the enemy in front of you. It's about setting an example, paving the way, and creating a path that others can follow. Your choices matter, not only for today, but for tomorrow. Every time you rise above negativity, every time you stay true to your light, you're shifting the battlefield. You're showing others how to do the same, and you're pushing back the darkness. The spiritual forces at play are much larger than what we see with our eyes. There are generations before you who fought their battles, and their strength has paved the way for you. Now it's your turn. Your victories, your perseverance, and your faith strengthen the chain that connects you to those who came before you, and it strengthens the path for those who will come after you. When you stand strong against narcissism, manipulation, and all the forces of darkness, you are doing more than protecting your own soul. You are creating a ripple effect that can change the world. Imagine your courage inspiring someone else to stand up, to speak their truth, or to keep fighting when they feel like giving up. That is the power of standing firm in the battle. You might not always see the results right away, but they are happening. Your faithfulness has the power to transform lives, to break generational curses, and to shift the trajectory of future generations. Victory is something that every chosen one has been destined for. It's not a matter of if, but when. From the moment you were set apart, you were designed to win this battle. The war for souls is fierce, but you were built for it. Your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering belief are all part of the blueprint that was prepared for you long before you even realized it. You are meant for victory. This is not just a battle for survival, but a battle for restoration and reclamation. The forces of darkness, especially in the form of narcissism, have tried to spread their toxic influence across the world. But now is the time for exposure, for the truth to be revealed, for the masks to come off, and for the forces that seek to steal, destroy, and manipulate to be shown for who they really are. For far too long, narcissists have thrived in shadows, using manipulation and deceit to control the hearts and minds of others. But the season has changed. The chosen ones are rising. This is the season of truth, the season of exposing narcissists for the lies they've built their empire upon. And with that exposure comes the power to reclaim what was stolen: souls, destinies, and identities. The narcissists may have tried to wear you down, to isolate you, and to strip you of your energy and confidence. But their days of control are numbered. The light that you carry is too powerful for them to extinguish. Every attack, every attempt to bring you down only fuels your growth and strengthens your resolve. They cannot break what was created to endure. Victory is inevitable because it's already written in the fabric of your being. This battle is not just about winning for yourself. It's about reclaiming the souls of those who have been ensnared by the darkness. It's about restoring what was lost and setting the captives free. As you expose the lies of narcissism, as you stand firm and remain true to your purpose, you inspire others to do the same. You lead by example, showing that victory is not only possible, but inevitable for those who stand on the side of truth, love, and light. The strength of the chosen ones is not in their own abilities, but in the divine power that flows through them. You were not chosen to fight this battle alone. The Creator is with you, guiding you, and equipping you with everything you need to claim the victory that is already yours. Your purpose is clear: to expose the lies, to stand firm in your light, and to reclaim the souls that have been lost to manipulation and deceit. As you continue to rise, remember this truth: victory is inevitable. You were chosen because you were built for this moment, for this season. This is the time to take back what belongs to you and to restore the balance.